Well, we got some new events in Tarkov and they are really looking like pre-wipe events, and that means the wipe is soon. And if this is your first wipe experience in Tarkov, you're probably trying to figure out how to go from this. I'm dead. Good like your job. I'm dead. Tremendously. I'm gonna die. To this. Well, let's talk about it. Really, there are two sides to this. There are things you can be doing right now during the pre-wipe events, no matter how long they last, that are going to dramatically improve your experience once the wipe hits. And then there are some things that you should keep in mind right after the wipe hits that are really going to help you start your wipe on the right foot. So let's start with what you can be doing right now. And tip number one, go fight other players, go PvP. Whether long-term you want to be somebody that engages in a ton of PvP or plays slower and kind of avoids PvP, during pre-wipe, it doesn't matter. The way Escape from Tarkov is structured is you are going to engage in PvP, you are going to fight other players all the time, so pre-wipe is the perfect time to go out and practice and engage in that. The beauty of the wipe is that we know all of our stuff is getting deleted no matter what, so instead of it all getting deleted in your stash, go out and lose it, go out and fight. You are going to die. If this is your first wipe, engaging with PvP at the end of the wipe against all these uber chads with good gear, you are going to die a lot, but you are also going to learn. You're going to learn PvP a little bit better. You're going to learn that you can actually kill people that you didn't think you could kill. The first time you kill a 1 or a 2 man of uber chads that are making mistakes or caught themselves out in the open, you are going to start getting addicted to that feeling and you're going to want to do that more. And then if you want to be a little bit more of a passive player later on, you're now equipped to do so because you'll be able to handle yourself when you do get into that PvP. Like we said, learning how to be proficient at PvP is going to support no matter what playstyle you get, because if somebody surprises you or you're out doing a quest or something and you get into a fight with somebody, you'll be able to handle yourself. You'll be able to win that fight and go back to what you're doing. And right in line with that, tip number two is wear the Chad gear that you have in your stash. This is less about gear fear, although it is going to be good to go out there and lose the best gear that you have and kind of learn that that experience is part of Tarkov. But two, it's more just about learning what that gear does for you. A lot of times people put those slicks or those Altons or all of that crazy stuff up on a pedestal. I've got 66 million rubles, 4,000 hours in the game, and almost every single raid I'm using some of the best gear in the game, and I still die about 50% of the time. So going out there and wearing that stuff and dying with that best stuff is a learning process. It teaches you what that gear is for. You can learn that A, you can still die wearing that gear, and B, that means other people can still die wearing that gear. Go out, learn it, see how it feels, see what situations it's helpful, what situations it's not, and all of that is going to inform how to PvP and how to fight people with good gear after the wipe happens and as the wipe progresses. And since we're talking about learning, tip number three is learn. Learn the maps, learn the quests. This is a perfect time. Once again, we know all of it's about to get deleted. If there's certain maps that you hate going to, you've been avoiding quests there or certain parts of the map, this is the perfect time to go in there, learn the maps, learn the rotations. You'll probably end up learning to love some of these maps, but at bare minimum, you'll set yourself up for success for doing those things next wipe. Same thing with the quests. If there's quests that you've been avoiding doing because you have to go to a certain place or use certain gear or do something you're uncomfortable with, find something, now is the time to learn those things. Now is the time to get in and kind of figure that stuff out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you're going to die. You're going to set yourself up so much more for the next wipe by learning that stuff now. So those are some key takeaways to do right now, and I promise you every single one of those things is going to help you a ton. But let's talk about what to do after a wipe. A fresh wipe in Escape from Tarkov is always a super fun time. The playing field is really level and it's awesome. But there are some things that you can get caught up on, some speed bumps that you can hit that it can really kind of set you off and start your wipe on the wrong foot. Tip number one is slow down. Don't get caught up in the FOMO and don't compare yourself to other people. It will literally make you worse. As soon as the wipe hits, you are going to see people absolutely ripping through the quests, getting max traders really quick, having really good gear, and you're going to see content creators and streamers and all sorts of stuff like that just absolutely crushing the game. And oftentimes we start to think, well, now everybody's farther along than me, and that is just not the case. The vast majority of Escape from Tarkov players are not the kind of people to get level 72 in a few months. They only have a few hours a week or a few hours a day to play the game, and they are going to be much more in line with you if this is your first wipe. And if you try and play catch up and try and keep up with all the people that have thousands of hours in this game, you will put yourself in bad situations, you will die more often, your progress will slow, and the game will get extremely frustrating. I promise you, if you slow down, play at your own pace, just focus on surviving, focus on getting the tasks that you need to get done in that raid, you will progress faster and you will do better than the previous wipe because of it. Remember, you can kill anybody at any time with just about anything. You're going to learn that probably right now if you do my tips for what to do during pre-wipe and you PvP and you learn that you can kill people with metagear and that you can die with metagear. So just slow it down, play at your own pace, and play smart. Tip number 2 after a wipe is loot everything. And I mean everything. Of course you want loot. And of course everyone's going to be like, duh, loot everything. But once again, right after the wipe, you're going to see YouTube videos. You're going to see content creators. You're going to see all sorts of this stuff on how to farm the rogues, how to farm this particular boss, how to farm raiders, this, the best, most efficient money run for treasure items. And all those things are good and you can do those things. But just remember, if you see that stuff on YouTube or if you see that stuff on Twitter from other content creators, it's going to end up resulting in PvP skill because if everybody knows this route, everyone's going to be doing this route and you're going to have to fight off a bunch of people. And a lot of times the people making those routes are people with thousands and thousands of hours and they can fight off anybody that comes by. Jackets, filing cabinets, Jaeger stashes, all this stuff. These are literal treasure troves of loot. The loot pools are so huge. You can find stuff you need for quests, stuff you need for the hideout, gear, guns, helmets, armor. You can find all that stuff all over. Slow down, loot everything. Make sure your backpack is full. When your stash gets full, just start selling stuff. You can find that stuff again. You're going to most likely make more money and increase your survival rate and not have to buy gear all the time by just looting everything, looting the things that everybody else is leaving behind. You're going to make a ton of money. The third and final tip for what to do after a wipe is do your quests, the tasks that you get from all the traders. It actually surprises me how many people that are new to the game overlook them or avoid them because they're just trying to learn the game first. Well, you definitely do not want to sleep on the quest. They are arguably the best way to get experience, to level up, and money. They quickly ramp up in how much experience and money that they give you. A lot of times at the beginning, it's like, oh, that's not that much. Well, it ramps up. It's worth doing them. And it's the best way to get some of the better gear because as you level up the traders and as you unlock new loyalty levels with them, you get access to more and more gear. Utilize the wiki, utilize YouTube. A bunch of people have made some really cool guides, but the quests are definitely something you want to start on day 1 of the wipe. Once again, do them at your own pace, but make sure you are trying to progress them. It will definitely help you start the wipe on the right foot. So those are my tips for what to do right now during the pre-wipe to set yourself up for success and what to do right when the wipe starts to kind of start on the best foot possible. A kind of bonus tip here is the community really is actually awesome. Hop into our Discord. That link is going to be down below. We got people that'll run with you, that'll answer questions, that'll help you with quests, all sorts of stuff. Leverage the community. That will definitely help you. Once again, that link is down below. I stream Escape From Tarkov on Twitch 6 days a week. All my links will be down below. Feel free to stop by, say hey, ask any questions. And if you like this video, think about hitting the like button or subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I do tons of Tarkov content and a subscribe really helps me out. Thank you again for stopping by and I will definitely see y'all on the next one.